Hey, good on you. You clicked on this video because you saw someone on the thumbnail and you're like, raw, this man looks handsome / attractive and I want to know how he looks this way. And to be honest, I never actually looked like this because this is how I used to look like when I was younger and this is how I look like now. And thus in this video, I want to give you the 5 habits of attractive / handsome men. And I understand you might be like, yeah, well, good for you that you look attractive, but I will never look attractive. You are genetically blessed and I'm not, and the truth is far from that. Because when it comes to our habits, over time we start to see the compound effect of it. Initially when we start, we don't see a lot of results, but as we progress, as we put more effort into it, over time the results will literally go like this. Because every year I feel like that I'm getting more attractive and handsome, and that definitely isn't because I'm just lucky, because I'm constantly putting in the effort. And thus in this video I want to give you the 5 habits. And for the big haters, they're asking themselves, why isn't this guy ironed his shirt, so why should I listen to them? That actually brings me to habit number 1, and that's to be confident. Be confident in your own ability. You simply shouldn't care that much about other individuals' opinion. Constructive criticism is something that's useful, but hateful and useless comments aren't that useful. And thus it's very important to be confident in your own ability. Start to put yourself first, because the truth is, if I was striving for perfection, I would never make this video, because I would constantly be thinking, what's a better solution? How can I reword it in the best way possible? And what would happen is that I would put myself in an analysis paralysis mindset. I would overthink everything, and at the end of it, because I was striving for perfection, I wouldn't do anything. And thus it's very important to be someone that's confident. Just simply try things. A lot of times you're gonna fail, a lot of times you're gonna embarrass yourself, but every single time you put yourself out there, every time you do something, and whether it works or not, it doesn't faze you, because if you're confident in your own ability, you know that in the long term it will work out, and that all of these failures and all of these mishaps, all of these steps that you take are just a journey towards the bigger goal. And that's the first habit of an attractive / handsome man. Because if you're someone that wants to be better looking, if you're someone that wants to be more attractive, you need to put yourself out there. You need to constantly test yourself, test what people like about you, test how you can improve yourself. And if you're not willing to do that, you will never be able to become the attractive and handsome man that you want to be. And moving on to habit number 2, you have a grooming routine. And no, I'm not talking about little kids, you weirdo. I don't know why I found that funny, but on a real, if you're someone that wants to look handsome / attractive, it is very important to have a grooming routine. Think about taking care of your hair. Think about taking care of your facial hair. Think about taking care of your body hair, your groin area hair, and then combining it with a skincare routine, and the list goes on and on. And the reason that this is very important is due to the fact that we have control over these things. Because sometimes when it comes to looking more attractive and looking more handsome, unfortunately we can't really change everything about the way we look. Genetics have a huge role. The way your dad looks, the way your mom looks, have a huge role on how you're gonna look. And thus you don't really have control over a lot of those parameters due to them being binary, unless you actually do plastic surgery or any other treatment to change your appearance. And that's why it's super important to you actually take care of the things that you can take care of. Because luckily for you, when it comes to the girls, when it comes to the ladies, they really pick up on these little things. It's not about someone having a handsome face, because the truth of it is that if you have a handsome face, it does help you get into the door. But the same is with a Lamborghini. If you have a beautiful car, it will get you in the door. But if you're someone that is unhygienic, if you're someone that doesn't have any social skills, you'll still be seen as a loser in the eyes of a lot of other individuals. They'll still see you as a loser with a Lamborghini rather than this attractive and handsome man that you want to be. And talking about a Lamborghini, who needs that? If you're someone that can also turn heads by habit number 3, and that's to smell good. If you're someone that wants to turn heads everywhere you go, if you're someone that wants to be remembered by other individuals, it's very important to smell good. And the reason for this is that a lot of times, a lot of people don't smell good. A lot of individuals don't take the extra step to smell good, because it's the little things that make a huge difference between being an average guy or an attractive / handsome man. Because if you're someone that wants to be remembered, try to have an imprint and have your signature scent to really get into people's head. And I know that a lot of times, a lot of men always tell me that when it comes to smelling good, a lot of these fragrances are quite expensive. And obviously, I completely agree with it. Personally, I'm not someone that likes to spend a lot of money on crazy things just to look good and attractive. It always comes down to the basic things. And that's what I actually did a few months ago. And that's the reason that I got this For Him Blue Edition fragrance from Zara. So 2 months ago, I was in Budapest and we were shopping around. We went to H&M, went to Zara, and then inside of Zara, we saw the fragrance section. And I went to the fragrance section because I wanted to get a new fragrance for myself. And whilst being in Budapest, I realized that these are the type of females that I personally find attractive. And thus, the smart thing to do is to ask for their opinion. Because if you're someone that wants to test whether you're doing the right thing, allow the market to decide for you. Don't think, yeah, this fragrance smells really nice and therefore it will work for me. Let the market decide whether it will work for you. For example, if you're someone that's looking for a 35-year-old sugar mama, obviously don't go to 20-year-old girls asking them whether it smells nice, but go to 30 to 35-year-old women that look kinda rich, have that Gucci bag, you probably know what I'm saying, and ask them for their opinion, because this is what matters to you. But obviously men's not on their life, so instead I asked the demographic that I want to target. And that's people around my age. So that's why whilst I was at Zara, I saw this pretty girl also looking at fragrances. And obviously, if you're someone that wants to test the market, you ask them. I asked her which one you think would be better for me. And we collectively decided that the blue edition was better. And that's the reason that I got this one. And just by simply letting the market decide for me, I'm getting a lot of compliments by wearing this fragrance. And obviously, I'm not telling you to buy this fragrance. I'm just telling you how important it is to smell nice. Think about who you want to impress and let the market decide for you what the best fragrance is for you. Number 4, have nice eyebrows. So when I was 17 years old, I used to get so many compliments for my eyebrows, and now I never get compliments for them. And the reason for this is because I damaged this area over here one day before my birthday. And how this story is relevant to you, I'm not sure. But the reason that I'm telling you this is that if you're someone that has good eyebrows and you actually take care of them, the girls will notice this, because when it comes to a lot of females, they really look at your grooming routine, just like I previously mentioned, but especially your eyebrows, because they do it themselves as well. The thing about us men is that we give compliments to other men on their performance. So if someone is putting in the work and they got a lot of muscles now, we say they're doing a good job and they look good. But when it comes to girls, they give compliments to other things, such as your eyebrows. And thus, if you're someone that wants to look more attractive / handsome and wants to receive compliments from girls, it is very fundamental to take care of your eyebrows. Moving on to habit number 5, have an attractive personality. So when it comes to being attractive and handsome, obviously you might be surprised as to why I'm saying this, because you probably thought all of the points that I'm gonna mention is about actually looking physically attractive. But the truth is that we as individuals are humans with emotions. And usually when it comes to being handsome and attractive, we have some sort of feeling attached to certain people, even though they aren't even the best looking people in the world. And the reason for this is due to their personality, due to the imprint they leave on us. And that's why it's very important to have an attractive personality. Try to be remembered by other individuals. And obviously when it comes to everyone's personality, I'm not here to tell you how to talk and what to do, because you're unique to yourself. But there are a few things that you can do to improve your presence. One of the things that you can do is to have good posture. Don't be afraid to take a lot of space, because this shows that you're not afraid to run away. Those individuals that feel anxious are closing themselves off and are winkling around on one foot, literally ready to run. But if you're someone that has good posture, you're standing straight, take a lot of space, it shows that you're relaxed and that you completely have control over the situation. Another thing is to hold good eye contact. If you're someone that constantly looks away and isn't talking to you, say for example now, I'm not looking at you, it doesn't look that attractive, you'll probably get bored. And that's why it's super important to look at the individual. It's better to be someone that has a very strong eye contact than be someone that doesn't show that eye contact at all, because this way you will be remembered. A lot of times people tell me your eye contact is very intense. It looks like you're staring through my soul. It is very severe. But at the end of the day, these individuals still remember me, and it's not in a negative way. It is only negative if you're someone that shows negative energy and negative emotions. If you're someone that's very positive, shows good banter, shows a good personality, even though if your eye contact is very intense, they'll still see it as something that's positive, and that's something to remember. And the third thing is to smile. Did you know that if you're someone that's fake smiling, your body still will produce the same hormones as if you're actually smiling, because your brain literally can't distinguish this. And in real life, I've never heard someone say you've got a bad smile or you look worse while smiling. Obviously, I know some people have an awkward smile, and if you practice this in front of a mirror, you can get better over time. And the reason that you do want to smile is to show that you're calm at peace, you're relaxed, you don't really care. If you're someone that's smiling even though other individuals are completely emotionally provoked, it shows that you have control over yourself, over your body, over your emotions, and also over the environment. you're completely at ease even though everything is super chaotic, and that's a very, very attractive trait to have. And thus, those were the 5 habits of a handsome / attractive man. And I hope you found this video useful and informative. If you did, please consider to the subscribe button and leave a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. And if you have any sort of questions or just simply want to say thank you, please leave it in the comment section down below and I'll be more than happy to reply to you. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate your time and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.